Hey, I'm Tom,
And I'm Josh.
and this is the BlockCast.
We're Lego fans. Beep, 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 beep,
You know what time it is,
beep,
everybody? It's that time of the
beep.
month. It is Lego release time because Josh has a
Ye-
yellow delivery truck, which is now retired,
It
or
is.
maybe retired. I can't remember. Is it retired?
I believe it's retired. You could go back and check out our retiring soon episode
That's right. We
from a
did
couple of weeks
cover.
ago. Yeah,
We
we
did
did
cover.
talk about the yellow delivery truck.
Yeah, we did. So go watch that episode. But today we're talking all about September and the Lego releases that you're looking forward to next month. Or if you've watched this 3 years too late, September 2026 sets were super fun, but we're probably retired now. So you should probably go
But it's a
find them
great
on
question.
eBay.
Do you remember the 21 sets of September?
Oh, that was good. I see what you did there. I see
I
what you
did
did
too.
there, everybody. Okay, let me go ahead and share my screen to get us going. This is what I have to co-host with. This
That's
is the
true.
person.
But fear not, dear audience. We are not talking about 21 sets today.
No, we are talking about like six of them. Seven, eight, six, five, something. You'll get enough in the next 35 minutes that you'll be completely amazed with what is happening in September. And I'm very excited. But the first set we're talking about is Mayor Manor. It's $119.99. For those of you listening, it is set 11383. It is 1,420 pieces, and boy, I've seen something like this before last year.
Yes, so this is a new line actually that Lego is doing, the kind of answer to the Winter Holiday Village. They are releasing now a new line that is going to be the Halloween Holiday Village. And the Mayor Manor is the first in this introductory line to kind of capture the spirit of the spooky season, which I think is a really smart idea. I think that more now than perhaps in the past, Halloween has started and lasts longer than the Christmas holiday season. It seems that Halloween begins in August and continues through October, whereas Christmas may have November and December. So Halloween, I think, wins the longevity award, and there's a lot to like about Halloween. The aesthetics and things like that, people really do enjoy. So I think Mayor Manor, as the start of this new line, is going to be quite popular. If you notice the images that we're sharing, it is a kind of rickety sort of building. It's got the classic style of the Winter Village, where it's mostly a facade, but it's open in the back with details that you can kind of see into and place the minifigures, kind of tell some stories. This set at $120 for the piece count comes about to 8 cents per brick, which is not terrible. It's a little bit of a higher cost than most of the Winter Holiday Village sets are. But since they're starting it out new, they can kind of get away with doing that, I think, a little bit.
I like that they're beginning this. I think it's a lot of fun. It reminds me a lot of that haunted house set, which now that you speak of Halloween Village, it's the idea that maybe they were testing the waters last year to
Yeah.
see how well it would do. And I remember seeing it and then it being gone before Halloween. There are a lot of people who enjoy spooky season. And spooky season can start as early as July, sometimes even June. Have you ever been to a Home Goods? Do you know these questions? Do you know these answers? I do.
I mean,
The
Home
one thing
Goods
I
is scary to
do,
go any time of year.
the one thing I like about this set is that they did put in the detail into the facade of the structure. It's not just a plain structure with gray bricks and like little ghouls everywhere, but they took the time to like have it be overgrown and the tree growing into the side of it, having the fireplace and the chimney being tilted because it has fallen into disrepair because people have not stayed there. The one thing I really enjoyed as well is that they used the fencing piece with clear blue and yellow transparent pieces to give you the illusion of stained glass.
Yeah, I really, really like that detail. That's going to be that's going to look really cool if you get like a light kit for behind it.
And especially if it's like a holiday set and you have multiples over the course of years and you light up your village, it's gonna look so cool.
Yes.
Um, I think the detail is there on the inside as well as in terms of playability. You have enough that there's so much to write home about. I do like the small little details with the print on brick. I hope it's print on brick and not too much sticker. But the cool thing about this, and I was talking to Josh before the episode, is that I think because their heads are green, now granted it might be green because they're ghouls and they're not alive, or is it that they're glow in the dark?
My guess is that they are glow in the dark, just based on the look of it and other glow in the dark pieces that we've seen in the past. I suspect that these minifigs are in fact going to have a kind of eerie glow about them.
Yeah. But for what it is, this is especially if you have kids or if you have family and friends, and it is getting to spooky time and you're baking. Look at that light coming through. That's so cool. This is just a great set to have. Especially, you could also put this away every year and rebuild it around spooky time. And it gives those that enjoy, like I have family and friends who enjoy Halloween over the Christmas, and now they have something that they can look forward to every year and build. It's kind of like the Advent calendar, but for Halloween. I
Mhm.
think we're going to see a lot more expansion in terms of that, and I think it works well. I think this is a nice set to have. Will it be on store shelves for a very long time? I don't think so. I think we'll see the year and a half, and I think we'll see it retire. So especially if you don't get it this spooky season, they're probably going to replace this next year with another one. So get it while you can.
Yes.
Our next set that we are talking about, Doom. Uh, so for those of you listening at home, we're looking at Marvel's Doctor Doom bust. 76345. If you are unaware, Doomsday, Avengers Doomsday, comes out this December. He's also 379 pieces. We've seen busts like this before with Marvel. But for me, it's not so much about the bust. I like the minifigure on this one. But the concern that also I have is that Lego press released photos for this set and didn't include any of them except for this one on the Lego website. So today we're also going to have to dive into another website that has the press released photos. So that's just our disclaimer. They're official Lego
Yes.
photos, but on a different website.
Yeah, I agree with you, Tom. The minifigure in this set is pretty incredible. It's got print on arms, um, and I don't think it's the first Doctor Doom that we have seen in Lego form, but it is definitely the most detailed. It has the logos that there's been a lot of talk and speculation about on his outfit. Um, that kind of represent Thor and Captain Marvel. Um, the fact that he has the cape, the hood, and the shoulder accessories. It is a very detailed minifig. It makes him look more imposing, which I think is important. But the set itself is the bust, and I think that like other busts, it is okay. What I do like about it is how many different pieces go into creating his face. So you can kind of see in these photos, it has um, a bunch of print-on bricks that kind of come together to give that molding, to give that shape, and give it dimension. I think it looks actually fairly good compared to some other ones that just use one or two single pieces that are fully printed on. It doesn't give it that dimension or that kind of shaping. And I think that I really like the I can't tell if it's cloth. It kind of looks more like vinyl, but the hood and the cape
Yeah,
um also looks pretty cool to kind of fill it out. I think without that it would look very incomplete. Um
correct. Because now you have green sails for ships.
mhm, yeah. It's not big. You can kind of tell based on the size component in comparison to the minifig. That is, it's approximately the same as the other bus, so there's nothing too different there. It makes sense that they would want to be consistent with it. Um, these aren't sets that I personally enjoy, but I can understand why, if these are your favorite characters, why they would be appealing.
Yeah. The one thing that I'm gonna let you know is that this is one of the first, probably of many, Avengers Doomsday playsets. that we are going to see over the course of the next couple months. So this is probably one of the first, and then we're going to see more probably in October. We're definitely probably going to see more in November, and then we have the movie as of December. So as the sets roll out, remember this might not be your only opportunity to get the minifigure of Doctor Doom. So it's up to you if you want to get the first run, but we do not know what, because he is the main arc villain of Doomsday. His name is literally in the title. So I don't doubt that there are going to be other sets that are going to feature Doctor Doom.
It'll be interesting to see how the minifigs compare, right?
Yeah.
So, especially with not knowing his arc in the movie, if he has different costumes or anything like that, or if each one is just going to be here's this version of Doctor Doom, here's the same version of Doctor Doom, here's another Doctor Doom that looks exactly the same, or if they are going, each set is going to have different things, maybe battle damage, maybe some different details or something like that. And it has been known in the past that Lego sets have accidentally given spoilers to some action pieces in the movies. So I wonder if, as we see more for the Doomsday sets, if we will see some potential spoilers as well.
Yeah. So that's Doom. You'll probably see us talk more about Marvel sets going down in the next couple months as we get closer to Doomsday. The next set that we're going to be talking about, Josh, question for you.
Uh-huh.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
I can't hear you.
I said, Josh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
It's
It is
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob! Yes! Welcome, everybody. We are going back to Bikini Bottom when we are going to be talking about SpongeBob SquarePants Bikini Bottom set 11386 for $219.99, 1,794 pieces. Josh, we've seen a set like this before. Let me
We
show it to
have.
you. Here it is. It's missing some pieces. I have them. Don't worry. But I have the original SpongeBob SquarePants Bikini Bottom set conveniently here with SpongeBob. Oh, why is he blurred? SpongeBob, Gary,
Meow.
Squidward. Oh, Squidward's been bad. There's Squidward. And Patrick. The set it's essentially an upgrade for the set because we're going to take a look at some photos today, but the set has
Major
changed
upgrade.
over the course of time. I feel like this
Yes.
one's a
And
little bit more detailed than the original.
I would say definitely is. And it's great to see a return of this theme. I missed out on these when they were released the first time, and I have been sad about it because naturally they're rather hard to find in the secondhand market. But I kind of am glad that I missed out in seeing the comparison. Was that a pineapple that you were holding, or was it a basketball?
I don't know. They play basketball on the inside of the pineapple. It's kind of weird. At
But
the end of the day, Lego back in doing IP originally, they were very minimalistic. I mean, if you look at Patrick's rock in this one, and then you look at this one, they used what they had. Everybody.
yes, and just the shaping of the character too. The Squidward had a typical minifig head in the one you showed. Here it is fully molded. He's got his iconic nose. Patrick has a belly. Like Gary has no eyeballs, but
Now, Gary is probably the only one that looks close to being the same.
yeah.
His shell is
Um,
actually the color it needs to be, but his shell was hollow in this one.
but it's definitely an upgrade, I think, in a lot of ways for this set. I think it looks great. I also love that it includes Doodle Bob. That's
Yes.
probably my favorite element of it. Um, I can see it has a ton of stickers. And
Trying to get you a clear photo.
I've talked about it in other like ULLs that we've done that I don't
Board.
love when there are side builds that don't connect to the main build. So all of these like the signs of the Bikini Bottom, the boat, all the jellyfish field that you can use to kind of spread out the display set. Um, Taken on their own, it makes it seem a little lackluster. But altogether, it helps build that environment. It's still surprising to me that there's only like 1,300 pieces in this set for $220. I know it's an IP, but that still seems rather low, especially for a set of this caliber. Uh, but that said, again, it looks very much better than the version that Tom has. And that may be something that we'll need to talk about in a future versus episode.
Yes. Hey, you said the word versus, Josh. What?
I
I
did.
don't think we've talked about that yet.
I think we teased it at the end of one of our previous episodes. But yes, versus is one of our newest segments here on the BlockCast,
Hmm.
where we talk about sets old and new that come out that are the same but different
And which
and rate
one?
them against each other.
Yeah, and which one potentially, by a series of process of elimination, you can also participate. Which one is better? Because age
Mhm.
doesn't necessarily mean certain things might have better minifigures. The set might have been better. Sometimes a set could be perfect, and then they re-release it, and it's terrible. This time, it's an upgrade.
Yep. Good job, SpongeBob.
Good job. But the one thing that I could see, because we do have a black box again, and then the whole argument about the black box is that it's not kid friendly and that it's for adults. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter the color of the box. But if you looked at the original box for the SpongeBob set that came out years ago, it was more friendly, it was more inviting, and fit the IP theme.
Yeah.
But I understand their packaging. But sometimes, like with Woody the Pooh or SpongeBob, I kind of want more detail on the box because it's fun and it fits the show and it fits the theming and it fits the play.
I just wonder what the instructions are going to look like for this one.
True. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I think people are going to get a good release out of this. The one thing that I would love to see is that this is their introductory to re-releasing SpongeBob. So with this, like we saw with um, Lord of the Rings, the reception was so good that every year they started releasing one set at a time. So if they put the quality in like they did here, I would love to see like a Krusty Krab or a Chum Bucket and the town and the driving school. Um, that's just me. Or the Hamburger
Yes.
Mobile. That'd be pretty fun. I think that would be kind of cool, and I'm excited to see SpongeBob back in the lineup. I'm excited to see Nintendo offering IP um, for Lego, which is really cool because they have a lot of opportunity. So welcome back, SpongeBob. Welcome back, Patrick, and welcome back, Squidward and Gary. The next one we're
Yeah.
talking about is another 90s classic because technically SpongeBob did come out in 1999. And I think the next set did too, or was it early 2000s? I can't
It
remember. I
was
think
early
it was
2000s.
the early 2000s. So it's in that time frame. And we're kicking it back to
To
Shrek.
far, far away.
For those of you listening at home, we're looking at the new upcoming mystery minifig series, Shrek. The Shrek series. Set number 71053. It'll be 12 different minifigures in a random box, and you don't know what you get unless you scan it. You get 7 pieces per box, and the intellectual property theme this time, last time it was Spider-Man, this time it's going to be Shrek. The time before that it was Dungeons and Dragons. Josh, are you happy with this? Are you kind of mid? Are you upset? What do you think?
Uh, I'm actually pretty happy about this. Um I am a big Shrek fan. I have been very, very impatiently waiting for Shrek to be seen in Lego form. I think that like most of the minifig mystery packs, there's some that are hit or miss. But I do think that they did a good job of selecting a good range of the characters from all of the movies. Um, Not perfect, but I think they overall did a pretty good job. I think that the designs of them are mixed. There are some that are better than others. I think Pinocchio looks absolutely fantastic. He's my number one favorite. Um, I have concerns about Donkey. For he rather looks like a rock. Like I wouldn't be surprised to
Like,
learn that Patrick lives inside of him. Um, the dragon is cool, but it blows scale completely out of the window. But I guess so does Puss in Boots, as Puss in Boots does appear to be larger than Farquaad.
why did Puss
Uh,
in Boots get a minifigure, but Donkey is an accessory to Fiona?
right? That's that seems wrong to me. Um, I do love the three blind mice.
And remember the interesting thing about the blind mice, they're an accompaniment of three separate minifigures.
hmm
So in order to get all three, you have to get all three minifigures, which smart.
Yeah, I think the big bad wolf looks great. I like Thelonious with his his sign. Um, but I there's something about
It's that
Shrek
feel,
that
right? You get that too. Like I have the same feeling like that Josh does. Don't get me wrong. I thoroughly enjoy Shrek. I really honestly do. We talked about this in previous sets when we had the full bust of Shrek coming out, the brick built set. Shrek was supposed to release this year. It got delayed by the studio for a year. I'm assuming they pushed sets early, so this is why we're getting Shrek a year before the movie comes out, in which these were already pre-chosen. I understand that. It's just a background in terms of the business. But I don't know. Like I feel like it's not detailed enough. Does that make sense? Like I don't know. Like Gingy is just yes, Gingy is, he's a gingerbread, right? And we already have gingerbread in the Lego universe in terms of
yeah,
what we've seen before with the Christmas sets. But I feel like they could have added like external gumdrop buttons or something that adds to him.
yeah.
Um,
I think Shrek, just going back to I didn't think I would reference Patrick twice while talking about Shrek, but Patrick has that belly in the new SpongeBob set.
yep,
Shrek should have that same belly,
yep.
to give him a little bit more dimension, right? Shrek is this big, massive, kind of scary, imposing character. And I don't mind 100% that he's smiling. Um, but the rest of his body needs to be a little bit larger. Something to give him, like, even if he had the longer legs that they've done in the past for other characters, like the original Woody had elongated legs, to make him a little bit taller than the rest. I think that could have been something. It looks like, he's got a little bit of a flare out there at the bottom with his
Okay.
shirt, but it doesn't something about him doesn't work. Fiona, on the other hand, does not look bad. I don't have as many complaints about Fiona. Her proportions are better. Um, it works. But Shrek,
I had to throw that in there.
I don't believe that this donkey is capable of making waffles, given that he has no articulatable parts.
Like his head can move, but like yes, I know we know he's a donkey, but also Puss in Boots is a cat. But why does Puss in Boots get like yes, you have boots, but like Donkey should be able to talk, or I don't know. Donkey should be a minifigure with a tail. Does does Puss in Boots even have a tail? Oh yeah,
He
Puss in
does.
Boots has a tail. Okay.
Yep.
But yeah, it's being nitpicky, I guess. But I don't know. We love these characters. Like Shrek's face, it's too. I don't know. Am I still gonna get these? Yeah, but like I don't know. Like I feel
Yeah.
it's too plain. I don't know. I don't know. Like
Yep.
he's an ogre. He's supposed to be dirty. He doesn't seem dirty. Like I don't know. He lives in a swamp. Um, I don't know. I'm excited for this. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I think they spent good time. I still have concerns over the dragon. I think they should have built a brick built dragon in accompaniment with a donkey minifigure that should be, a regular minifigure, and then chosen a different character. But this is a good choice in terms of an IP for the mystery minis.
Yeah,
Josh, I have a very
and
important.
easily expandable. There's so
Yeah,
many characters in the Shrek universe that it would not be difficult to do even another full line of these, to bring in some of the other characters that are missing. Like for instance, we don't have um, the other characters that are missing.
correct. The other ones, no, there's a whole bunch. But the thing is, the expandability of this. I would love to see a Farquaad's castle from the first one. Wipe
Mhm.
your hands, wipe your face.
Face.
Like I would like that as a little like a bit of mini thing, but the mocks with this are going to be great.
I
Josh,
could
I have an
see the
important
onion
question.
carriage being a popular, another popular set. Like there's so many.
I have an
Um,
important question for you before we move on.
okay.
Top three. What are you looking for
Uh,
when you try to pull?
Pinocchio, Big Bad Wolf, and Fiona.
Okay. Mine are Pinocchio, Farquaad, Gingy.
Okay.
In the comments down below, let us know your top three that you're looking for in terms of Shrek minifigs. If you're not, also let us know, but let us know why. Josh, it's time to get beamed up.
To the final frontier.
Welcome to Star Trek, everybody. We're looking at Star Trek USS Enterprise NCC-170 trademark bridge. Set number 11385. It costs $199.99, and it is 1,701 pieces. Here's
Coming
my
out to
concern.
about 11 cents per brick,
I have a
which is
cons-
not bad for an IP.
I have a concern, Josh.
You have
Are
a
they going to
concern.
give us a little base plate again and misprint it three times and recall the set and then send it out and have it misprinted again?
I sincerely hope not.
Go back, watch our episodes. Yeah, they misprinted it on the USS. What was the Enterprise? The exterior
It
of
was
the
the Enterprise.
Enterprise? No.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, Josh. You are a larger Star Trek fan than I, and I will let you guide.
Oh, I don't know about that. So this is a pseudo diorama. I was expecting it to be a little bit more diorama-esque. Instead of a playset with kind of open space. But it kind of captures all the main elements. I think my main concern with this is how generic all of the minifig faces are. With the exception of Spock. They're
He even has the ears.
like Spock looks great, but there's nothing that sets any of the other ones apart. Like I wouldn't be able to identify who these characters are. I could tell Bones is Bones because he's got a syringe, which suggests that he is in fact a medical personnel. So sure. And there's nothing to say that Captain Kirk is Captain. The the two characters on the right, I couldn't, or three on the right, I couldn't tell you who they are supposed to be, because their faces look like they belong in Stranger Things as little boys. I mean, that one looks like Will Byers, and the other one, I, yeah. So I think they could have done a better job of capturing the characteristics of these characters, um, for the crew of the Starship Enterprise. I do like the color scheme. It pops for me. The gray with the kind of orange highlights and then the purple.
Yeah.
Um, it doesn't. I'm not. I think Tom was being facetious when he said that I'm a bigger fan. Truly, I have
Not
never seen an episode.
more than
I
same. More than a fan of me. I know Spock.
I have seen the J.J. Abrams movies. And I have seen the other movies, but it's been a minute. I don't remember purple being a main color of the Star Trek Enterprise bridge. But sure,
I
it kind of it gives that 1960s era. This is what space should look like kind of
yeah.
feel.
It gives
But
those that have the
again,
nostalgia as a child that enjoyed this in the 1960s, they're going to put this on their shelf. They're going to look at it and say, wow, I love
yeah,
Star Trek. And then all those people that resell will say, wow, I love that color brick because it's very hard to find. And they'll buy this set out.
right? And then all of the stickers.
Yeah, the sticker sheets will go for a good amount of money just because people will use them in other mocks.
But I think people will also get this for the minifigs that have already purchased the full ship Enterprise, which had the what is it called? Next Generation crew, led by Picard. I think they want to have the James T. Kirk crew,
Yep.
even if they look like they belong in Stranger Things.
So I think especially if you're a Star Trek fan, this is going to be a fun set to add on. It doesn't look like anything is misprinted this time, so don't worry about that. If anything, as Star Trek goes, this is the second set. Maybe we'll see more as we saw potentially with Shrek and we saw with SpongeBob. They're testing waters, and if this sells well, you'll see more Star Trek because it's an ever expanding universe as well. Now, the next couple sets we're going to touch on very lightly, but it's something to introduce. We are not too far away from it, and that is the holiday season.
It's the holiday season.
Welcome
So
to the
yes, we're
Advent Calendar Roundup. We're going to go through them rather quickly. We're currently looking at Lego Friends Advent Calendar 2026, set number 42698, 34.99, 211 pieces.
yeah, we don't want to go into too much depth here because the joy of these is the surprise as you open each day. So yes, the pictures are there, but truly, even though we're clicking through them, we don't recommend looking at them because it ruins the surprises. I think the Friends set is going to be very popular, mostly for the Santa hat accessory. That will be able to be, it's got the tiny pin, so it can be pinned into minifigs or animals that have the hole. To kind of give them a little bit of a festive look.
Yep.
But those who collect Friends and like the Friends lines, they're going to gravitate toward this, and then they're going to have 24 days of surprises.
Correct. And
But
then
if you're not a Friends fan, maybe you are a fan of the next Advent calendar that's going to release this year,
Doctor
which is
Doom.
Marvel. With a different version of Doctor Doom, we can already see that his outfit is different than the one in the bust that we talked about.
Spoilers.
What has always been a highlight of the Marvel Advent calendars are putting the characters in sweaters. It's right there on the front of the box, so it's not really a spoiler. But Wolverine in a Christmas sweater, love it. Can't go wrong with
No.
that.
And for those listening at home, we're looking at Lego Marvel Advent Calendar 2026. This one's $44.99 for 317 pieces, 76340.
Yes.
But yeah, if
Uh,
you like Marvel, this is the set. I think this one has a little bit more minifigs than before. It does feature Iron Man, but I don't know if somebody told Lego, but Iron Man, well, go watch Endgame. You'll find out. The
Again,
next
Lego might be revealing spoilers. I can't say.
the next Advent Calendar we're looking at is Lego City Advent Calendar 2026, $34.99, 252 pieces. Same thing, 24 days of fun, and it also includes Santa Claus.
Yes. And these, the Lego City are always great because they fit right in with the Winter Village. They help kind of expand that universe with the different characters and the different little tiny build inclusions that can fit right into the rest of that city.
Correct. It's a nice addition. All right, the next one we're looking at is Lego Star Wars Advent Calendar 2026, $44.99, 293 pieces. Did you notice that the non-IP'd sets are $10 less than the regular ones?
Indeed. Indeed, I did.
We're looking at Star Wars. Star Wars is just a lot, and it's spoilers, a lot of brick-built tiny ships. You
It
get
looks like, and even more so, little characters this time, or like creatures from the Mandalorian universe. We can see the bantha and the mud skipper, and we got some Jabba the Hutt looking things. I don't know, but we do get Mando in a Christmas sweater, and maybe that's Moff Gideon in a Christmas sweater, and even more importantly, Grogu in a Christmas sweater. So it brings those holiday elements in. I would love to see more like the red, white, and green X-wing to give it a little bit more of a Christmassy feel.
And don't
But
worry, they probably included one piece here that's related to Star Wars that nobody else has for the Star Wars Lego universe that's worth a lot, and you'll buy the Advent calendar.
yep.
Probably. But that's how
But
Star Wars Lego works, isn't it?
I think so. But even more so, this one's better than last year's Droid Factory. So at least it's an improvement there.
All
Of
right.
course, tying in with the movie Mandalorian and Grogu.
The next one we're talking about is Lego Disney Princess Advent Calendar 2026, 44.99, set number 43298, 290 pieces. Disney has now three advent calendars with Lego. You have this one, you have Marvel, you have Star Wars, and now you have princesses. Even
Yep.
though technically Moana is not a princess. Is she a princess?
She is,
The
yes,
daughter
yeah,
of the
she's,
village chief.
it's princessy. I think she is included amongst the 13 official Disney princesses.
Oh.
Yep.
But yeah, so if you're interested or you have a family member that is interested, this is a great set for them, especially maybe if you're doing a countdown to Disney World for Christmas or Disneyland.
I 100% would get this just for Mushu.
Oh yeah, Mushu, love me some Mushu.
Eddie
All right.
Murphy's having a banner year as a molded Lego character.
All right, and we have one final advent calendar go. Do you think they have enough? I don't think they have enough.
Eh, you never know.
Oh, no, that was it. I made a duplicate. But the one thing that they're missing that I did want to touch on because we have a tiny bit of time, where's Harry Potter this year?
That's true. And Minecraft also seems to not have made the advent calendar cut, but I think that they did a good job of capturing sets and themes for kind of all interests. I'm surprised Nintendo hasn't gotten in and done like a Sonic and or Mario style advent calendar with Lego.
Super Smash?
But yeah, something like that I think would be pretty cool. But I think
Just wait till the
for
Pokemon advent calendar next year, Josh.
oh
This
that
is not
that's
like
a
a
good
saying
one
we don't
too.
know anything. That was just, for fun.
Yeah.
You got to catch them all,
W
and then the advent
Wishful
calendar still out.
thinking.
All right. Well, we hope you enjoyed the episode. This is what's coming September 2026 for Lego releases on store shelves. As we get into that fourth quarter and October hits, guarantee you we're probably going to bring you more sets, a lot more sets next month. So keep your eyes on the lookout. Doomsday's right around the corner. There's going to be a lot more sets in terms of that. But Josh has some very cool information to share with you, so pay attention. He's about
Yeah,
to tell you.
and it's known information. You know what to do at this point. Just go ahead, like, subscribe. Let us know in the comments which sets you're looking forward to in September. Know that these are not the only ones. Let us know if we forgot anything you're looking forward to. We'd love to hear from you, but make sure that you're subscribing so you can see what's coming up next.
And don't forget, if you subscribe, Josh will add you to our physical Lego mini audience. And right now, I think we have 229 subscribers. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate you being here. But
Yes.
yeah, let us know if you subscribe. We'll create you a background story and add you to our physical, in-person Lego mini audience. With that, my name's Tom,
And I'm Josh.
and you have been enjoying the BlockCast.
We're Lego fans. Click.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.